Boker Tov, Chag Sameach. Yesterday we discussed the Halachot in regards of the importance of Chol HaMoed and doing laundry on Chol HaMoed. Today we'll speak about another commonly asked question in regards to shaving on Chol HaMoed. So again, we introduced Chol HaMoed yesterday by defining. The Rambam says in Halachot Yom Tov, the 7th parak, he explains what's special about Chol HaMoed. There was a special korban, Chagigah brought on Chol HaMoed, and for that reason it was like a moed for many people, and Chachamim wanted to differentiate the Chol HaMoed from other days, so they made different enactments. We explained one of them was not to do laundry. Another enactment, Chachamim, the Gemara Moed Katan explains, is that during Chol HaMoed it is forbidden to shave. Now why? Chacham made this decree. The enactment was made so that, similar logic as laundry, so that someone who's busy with Yom Tov preparation doesn't procrastinate and say, you know what, I have to worry about my cooking now, I'll shave during Chol HaMoed. No, there's a mitzvah to look presentable, look appropriate, get ready, get a haircut, shave in honor of Yom Tov. So for that reason, Chachamim said, shaving on Chol HaMoed is not allowed. There happens to be a Mishnah that lists a few exceptions to the rule, and that's important, we'll get to in a few moments. But generally speaking, not allowed to shave on Chol HaMoed. Chachamim made the rule out of kavod of Yom Tov and the Moed. Now, this is the Gemara, it's very simple, and it's brought down Halacha. However, Tosfot, brought down by, I think it's Hagot Asheri, he explains a very fascinating point. He says, what happens if someone shaved on Erev Yom Tov already? So he fulfilled the enactment of the Chachamim. He already said, the Chachamim said, get ready for Yom Tov. He was ready for Yom Tov. He shaved. And he gets hairy and he's uncomfortable. He doesn't like it. Is this change the scenario? So Tosfot explains, Rabbeinu Tam explains very interestingly, he says that in fact, yeah, it does. That someone who shaves on Erev Yom Tov, if his hair grows again and he's uncomfortable and he's bothered by it, it's a big discussion. It's not considered tircha because it's Torah HaMoed. It's a big discussion we can speak at length about. But Rabbeinu Tam is quoted to hold that if someone shaves on Erev Yom Tov, he fulfilled the enactment. He may shave again during Chol HaMoed if it's bothering him. However, or Zarua and many Rishonim disagree, and Shulchan Aruch is machmir, doesn't even mention the leniency of Rabbeinu Tam. He holds that no, you cannot shave on Chol HaMoed unless you fall into the category of what the Mishnah outlines, someone who was released from jail, and a few other categories like that. In 1948, however, so the Shulchan Aruch is strict. In 1948, Rav Moshe Feinstein was also posed with the same question. Moshe Feinstein, again, we're making it very short, he was also asked, someone who shaves every day, or second, or third day, is he allowed to shave on Chol HaMoed, yes or no? And he explained, very interestingly, he said, this person already fulfilled the enactment, and what was the institution? What's the gezerah of the Chachamim? Because we're concerned that not everyone knew that it would be permissible to shave if you already shaved on Erev Yom Tov, so people would be confused and would shave for the incorrect reasons. But Moshe Feinstein says today, everyone shaves every day, every other day, every third day. So if they're already shaving, they already shaved on Erev Chag. Everyone knows he shaved Erev Chag, and just because he shaves every day. So Moshe Feinstein has a very unique opinion, really a lone opinion in the Achronim, where he permits shaving Chol HaMoed for someone who shaved Erev Chag, and he generally shaves every day or two or third. He says, Meikar Din, they're allowed to. He concludes that if they don't need to, it's good to be Machmir, but that's the Rav Moshe Feinstein's famous opinion. Someone who shaves every day or third or second or third has what to rely on. Many Achronim disagree and say, almost everyone disagrees and saying that, no, the Gemara, the Halacha is Halacha, we don't have such leniencies, we don't want to change the Minhag, this is the Minhag. Rav Ovadia also agrees and says, Shulchan Aruch is posek to be Achmir, but he has an interesting language. He says, someone who is lenient to shave based on Rav Moshe Feinstein's Svara, you don't have to protest, he writes it in the footnotes. Don't have to yell and get mad at him. He has what to rely on. But he says, ideally one should not. What does Rabbi Chaim say? Rabbi Chaim, we ask this question every year, it comes up, and Rabbi Chaim agrees with Moshe Feinstein's Svara. He says Rabbi Moshe Feinstein's Svara, his logic makes total sense, especially in our generation, people shave every day. In fact, if you want to double down on Sukkot, Shmini Atzeret is another Chag. So there's also a mitzvah in theory to get ready and prepare yourself for that Yom Tov as well. So Rabbi Chaim also agrees that someone who shaves and wants to shave has what to rely on if he's uncomfortable, should shave. Thank you, Rabbi Betzal. It's correcting that he should shave. I know for many years he did for Shemini Atzeret, right, Rabbi Betzal? He does. I don't know if he still does anymore. The past few years maybe he didn't. he cleans up. But we have Baruch Hashem. We have Rabbi Chaim, our Pesach father, Rav Moshe Feinstein, and he explains that Rav Moshe Feinstein is correct, and someone who wants to definitely should have what to rely on, and it's appropriate to do in honor of Shmini Atzeret because it's a New Yom Tov. It's a very unique svara, and we should all have an excellent Chol HaMoed and understand and keep the halacha to its best extent. Have a wonderful day. Chag Sameach.